Ah, that's a good
Power,
mimic.
power up,
Yeah,
power
good
up for
power.
Kong, Godzilla, I should say. I am Alma, the All-Star Superman, and this is JP, the Hulk, the Legend, the King Kong. Joe. Yeah. Welcome back to another film review. You probably already can tell we are reviewing Godzilla and Kong, the New Empire. Uh, we are going to just go straight into it, talk about our favorite parts, review the movie. But here's our instant reaction walking out of the theater. Don't mind the guy that just popped out of nowhere.
By far, one of the coolest things I have ever seen in my life.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah!
So you still Team King Kong?
King Kong! Woo!
You guys want a fun ride? Watch Godzilla and Kong just blow it up. Yeah. So we're just gonna say it. We have bias. We're not gonna give this movie a cinema score because we just have too much monster love bias with our is it kaijus? Is that what they are referred to as? Titans?
Titan.
Titans?
Kaiju is from
Oh, Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That's another big kind of movie like this.
yeah. JP has always been on Team Kong. I love Godzilla and Kong way too much to pick a side.
I will say this. I love King Kong more than Godzilla, but I like the first Godzilla movie with Bryan Cranston better than Skull Island Kong.
Ooh, that's a hot take.
But it's still good.
Yeah, I think Kong Skull Island, in my opinion, has like the best story just because when it's set, like during the Vietnam War. Um, I just like that we like that era of history, at least not that we lost, but that's too much information. Just good storytelling, and it's just a great introduction to Kong. I think so far, this movie might trump it, but I have to think about it for a second. Godzilla King of Monsters is probably my favorite, but the first Godzilla is uh is also very good in San
It worked for
Francisco.
me too. No. Me.
Oh, I think you gotta go closer to the camera. There it is.
Yeah, it does work for me too. So
Yeah.
it's not tied to you.
Oh, cool. Cool. Um,
Is these gestures don't work all the time.
um, we're yeah, like I said, we're just gonna go straight into it. We were excited. We were little kids watching this movie, getting hyped at every turn, getting excited at every power up, at every scream, at every roar. The story was, pretty straightforward. A couple of nuances here and there. JP will talk about a nuance that he wasn't totally a big fan of.
I wasn't overly fond of one thing, literally one thing.
um, I'm gonna say that my favorite part, and this is a spoiler-filled video, so if you don't want any spoilers and you haven't watched the movie, and so Warner Brothers doesn't get mad at us, pause the video here and go away for a second, like, subscribe, and then come back to this exact moment. Okay. There is this part that you've seen in the trailer where they come down into Hollow Earth together as a squad. Just imagine JP and I is coming down together and about to make ruckus, about to make awesome happen. And there's this slow-mo there. Okay, there was a lot of slow-mo in this movie, a lot of aerial shots, a lot of slow-mo. But there's this part where they come crashing down. That's epic, right? But my favorite part is this slow-mo action where Scar King jumps, we can't remember the name of it very well. Snow Dragon jumps, Godzilla jumps, and Kong jumps. And there's just this epic shot of Godzilla vamping up, and then there's this close-up of Kong's
Yeah.
And I thought they were gonna like magically hit each other in the face, and then gravity weirdness has to blow them away. And I'm like,
Yeah.
you hyped me up for 15 seconds just so I didn't get to see that happen. That was, I want to say that was my favorite part. That was my favorite part. What was your favorite part?
I think my favorite part is when they do touch down into Hollow Earth, but it's the initial run with Godzilla and Kong. Like they were finally like bros. Because it's funny if you seen them when you see the movie, uh Kong gets this great idea. Is like, okay, well, I need to get Godzilla, so he goes up into Cairo, Egypt, and he like screams, and then Godzilla senses him, and he screams from like Gibraltar or something. I don't know how long it took him to get there. Um, and so then like Godzilla's like running after, and Kong was like, "Whoa, whoa, wait, we gotta do something, fool!" And so they have this like little brawl. And it was so funny. And then yeah, they touched down, and I like the first run up, and it's cool, really cool.
I think my second favorite scene is that final fight sequence where they destroy the thing that gives the snow dragon pain, and Godzilla basically being the king of monsters kind of gives like the go ahead to Snow Dragon to ice up Scar King. And then I think it was beautiful. I think it was beautifully put. Yeah, maybe we needed a little bit more Godzilla, but it was beautifully put where you get that final sequence just focused on Kong because he is King Kong. Just
This movie did a good job of showing why Kong and Godzilla are alpha. There's many moments in the show like you see their alphaness, and that's, I don't think that's a word.
we'll make up words here. The alphaness.
But I maybe that's my second favorite part too. We're like syncing up right here. But I will say the first time that King Kong and Scar
King.
Scar King meet up the first time and fight for the first time, I thought I think maybe that's the second or third.
I keep doing this on purpose because that happens a lot with Scar King.
Yeah. There's this scene where he like walks out and he's like, or sorry. And it's like, what?
I would say that's a pretty cool scene because I'm gonna get emotional. But that scene just reminds me of this guy the entire time because he just walks in. He's gonna take care of business. And Scar King is like, who does this guy think he is? And JP is just standing there. Because he's gonna win that fight, but little Scar King just can't take no for an answer and likes to cheat and brings out Snow Dragon.
And
Gives
then
gives Kong a frostbite, but then I guess we wouldn't get Transformer arm King Kong. I
yeah.
guess.
Though that was weird because the axe sort of the axe that Kong has, like, is supposed to absorb radioactive power, and then like when he like does this and tries to hold it back, it's like he can't, and then his arm freezes, and it was kind of sad.
It was very sad.
You know,
What's also sad is that Kong just looks old.
he's still a boss though.
Yeah. Old boss Gray, old man Logan.
Yeah, he has this old man Logan kind of vibes. Yeah, very true. Yeah.
I would say that little Kong got some taking used to. I liked him.
I didn't like him at first. I thought he's a
Little rascal.
little rascal. Yeah. But he warmed up. He started to do some nice things. He always he like kind of saved the day sometimes for
Yeah.
Kong. Um and it's kind of funny.
It was weird seeing Mothra because I thought Mothra died.
I thought so too.
giving energy to Godzilla so he could get up, and then you hear that epic song. But she's alive. Mothra's alive, everybody.
So I'll just, because you're on the subject of Mothra. What is that girl's name? We need to get this right because I don't want to
They're
call her
they're from the tribe. I kept saying
the
it
Iwa girl.
was the Iwa tribe. It's a cool tribe. Telepathic powers. Bro, what am I thinking of? We're speaking telepathically.
So her name is Gia,
Gia.
right?
She speaks sign language. I know a little sign language. It's my name.
Yeah, Gia has like these powers. And yeah, the movie's out there, it's monsters, yeah, but then I like thought they took it a little too far. She like puts her hand out and like
She summons
she
Mothra.
summons Mothra, and then Mothra is this like golden radioactive moth.
Moth. Moth.
Yeah.
We know what JP doesn't like. Moth.
I bet everybody feels the same way. I don't like moths. So anyhow,
I've seen this big of a moth before. Anywho.
Yeah, anyhow, so she has like these powers, and it's just kind of like this is a little out there. There's like some moments where like she just appears like the savior, sort of. Not like the literal savior, but she's like the definition of like the one's supposed to save everyone, the whole world because of her. And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. I just didn't like it. I was like,
Well, whenever they had human elements to these type of movies, they're always trying to do something. Because the first movie was we're just scared of the big monster and we don't want to help the big monster. The second movie, we're deserted on an island and we're gonna die. So we still don't like the monsters. And then in the third one, or technically the sequel, yeah, the last two of these, they've gone really out there with the human element.
yeah, yeah. I think for me, my opinion, they just kind of took a little too far. She was wearing like this like robe thing too, and they like they like painted her. They like the literally, I think it was the thumb. They put this like yellow thing. I thought they were gonna even put like face mask. No, but they just one, and then she's like a goddess now or something. And I was like,
It kind of gave you Skull Island vibes with the little tribe people.
I guess so, maybe.
And then Wreck-It Ralph has to say goodbye to them.
I guess. So yeah, that was the other part of the movie I didn't like. Everything else I liked.
They tried. There were some funny moments with the human element.
Isn't that black guy in the Megalodon movie? Or you haven't seen it?
No, I've not seen
I think
Jason Statham. How do you say his name?
no, it's a different black guy. Nope, I was wrong.
He was cool. I like him. I like him in every MonsterVerse movie that he's been in. He's a funny guy. He has a podcast. You should follow it. He cares about your dreams. He wants you to put everything on video. He's great. I was the only thing I'm gonna say is, while the score was good, the film score, some of the music choices to me didn't fit. Like if you're gonna pick a rock song, pick a cool rock song that fits. Because a lot of these were just like the Trapper guys hit playlist. And it's like this doesn't fit with the scene that you're trying to introduce it to, in my opinion. I don't know what you thought of that.
Well, I kind of didn't pay attention to the music
I love
because
music.
the music for me was Kong's roar and do the thing, do the thing, and then Godzilla's scream.
Oh, his scream especially. That is just
That's music to
that
my ears.
nostalgic. If you ask anyone who's close to us, they're like, we never want to hear Godzilla roar, and we're the first people to say we would want to hear
Oh
Godzilla.
yeah. If he was real, maybe he's real. I would be cheering for him.
It's like, yeah, do it. Let's rate the movie. Let's put our initial review, initial rating, the initial, like right now.
8.5 out of 10.
Yes, good job, good job, all the people who put this movie together.
It's not a 9, and it's like higher than a 7. It's my instant reaction right now, 8.5, but it's not a 9. A 9 was the first Godzilla. Yeah.
This guy.
Where is it? I think I want to watch it now.
It's good. It's the first one. I just love that moment in Godzilla King of Monsters. He's going super nuclear. Yeah, I think that's a good score.
Came out in 2014. 10 years ago. Bruh, I was
You were
17. Oh, look at that. It's on Max and Netflix.
Well,
Max.
there you go. That's what you're watching this week. JP also really likes Bryan Cranston. He's a good actor.
Yes. Breaking Bad. That's probably the best. Second best was probably Malcolm in the Middle. Or I don't know if it's Malcolm. He's like a dad in that.
Yeah, I think you're saying the right one. Well,
Are you giving it an 8.5 too?
yeah, I want to give it like an 8.9, but IMDb doesn't give me that.
Yeah, no.
So 8.75, which just equates to an 8, which means it's 4.5 stars. Again, we started this, we have bias. We are very entertained by our monsters.
We know that there's a lot of people who are gonna watch it and say it's a dumb movie.
We don't think so.
And that it's just meant for boys. Well, I'll let you know that there was girls in that theater.
And they were excited.
Yeah. I was actually very impressed by this theater that someone did it like a Ric Flair. They were really happy about it. And they clapped. I was like, they clapped. They clapped for this movie, which is fine. But I'm like, why wouldn't you clap like all the other good movies that came out? Like, I don't know. That sometimes that theater disappoints, but
Yeah. We haven't had a good group there yet.
I'll tell you though, but like Alma and I, we respect cinema etiquette. Okay, not a lot of people know that, but anyhow, there are a lot of points where I really wanted to cheer for Kong and Godzilla. Just go,
Yeah, let's go. Yeah. But we're not allowed to do that unless you're in a group that,
allows it in a good group setting that.
like when I watched Avengers Endgame, that was the group.
Mm.
That was the group. And when we went to watch Shang-Chi, that was also a good group because everybody was excited.
Mm.
Our No Way Home group was disrespectful. I started crying, everybody just turns and goes, "What's wrong with this guy?"
Mm.
No cheering at the end of this movie. We had a bad group.
Yeah, it was bad.
We had a bad group.
Yeah.
So decent group at this showing. Thank you for watching. Thank you to the Brazil team, the Cairo team, all the
The
teams,
Gibraltar, the France.
all the teams. Thank you, Warner Brothers. for giving us this movie. Thank you to the creators of Godzilla and King Kong. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. This has been our very biased film review, and we'll talk to you next time.
That's a wrap. Bro, hood out.